The only bad thing I could say about this figure is just how hard it is to come by. Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy Rod from DBZSHFIGS.com, and today I'm very excited to bring you an unboxing and review of the Dragon Ball 40th Anniversary Son Goku and Dragon special release. So if you don't know, this is a Japanese exclusive, meaning that you could only get this if you live in Japan, which makes it kind of difficult for us back in the States. You know, the first way you could get this is if you happen to know someone that lives in Japan. You ask them for their address, you ask them to sign them up for this figure, and then they buy it and then they ship it to you. Which unfortunately, I don't know anyone that lives in Japan, so I couldn't go that route. But instead, there are some online retailers in Japan that were offering this figure. I was able to get mine through a website, I believe it was called Yoyakuno. I totally butchered that, I'm sure, but they put a small premium on it, obviously, because they have to make money on it. But still, I think it's very much worth it for this amazing looking figure. And I mean, just look at the packaging. It's beautiful in itself. Look, this is the manga cover, the OG one, with Goku wearing his yellowish orange gi here, and then the funny looking dragon. Oh, this is so cool. Anyways, I just want to let you know that I'm on the road to 5,000 subscribers. Once I reach that milestone, I'll be giving away one of these Tamashii Nation store exclusive Son Goku Innocent Challengers. So if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe, because you might even be the one that takes this one home. Also, if you want to join a community of like-minded S.H.Figuarts Dragon Ball fans, check out the Discord for the channel. There's a ton of people there that could answer all your questions or just give feedback on your posing, on your figure photography, and then just talk about every single release. If that sounds like something you'd want to join, link in the description. Back to this figure. This figure was technically released in July of this year, but honestly, I didn't see a lot of people posting it until August. So, you know, I'm leaning more towards August. I mean, I definitely got mine in August. So let's just say August 2025 at a retail price of about 11,000 yen. That was around like 74 USD, but it depends on the day because it fluctuates. Mine, I believe I got mine for about 12,000 something yen, which makes it like around $80 to $90. But anyways, just gonna give it a quick little spin for you to look at the outer box here. Now let's take off the outer box. So here is the inside box, the one we're all most familiar with, the general Dragon Ball S.H.Figuarts box, and you can see how cool the Goku looks. So you will be greeted with your gold Toei animation sticker, meaning this is a Japanese figure. And then always look out for your little Tamashii Nations quality sticker, which, I mean, I was confident that this was legit, but I'm glad to see them, you know. But yeah, you can see how big this box is, how wide. Comparing it to like Goku Innocent Challenger, this takes about 1/3. So it's a chunky box for a chunky boy right here. And yeah, you can see like the dragon in the stand. You can see the different poses you could put Goku in and different action shots. So once you get the clamshell out, you actually be greeted with 3 clamshells, which is pretty cool. The first one here has your figure of Goku with the tail, his different, you know, weapons, different hands, heads, faces. Pretty cool. Then the second one actually has the dragon as well as this orange thing. I'm not sure what that is yet, but we'll figure it out. And then the last one has the actual stand. As you can tell, there's like clouds on there. Pretty cool. I love the stand. It's very, very HD. I really like it. Pretty cool. Let's get them out. Before I get to the figure, you'll also find out that you're greeted by this manga looking book here. So let's take a look what's inside. We have some nice artwork here. Very cool. Different poses that you could put the figure in. It also shows you like the scenes you could replicate, which is very awesome. Then I think it's like, I don't know how to read Japanese, I'm sorry, but maybe just going through like the faces of what each person designed or something. And then yeah, an interview, maybe a couple of interviews. Yeah, just keeps going. This guy is photographing the figure. And yeah, pretty cool little packet. Maybe it's just like a making of kind of booklet, and of course it comes with your little instructions here. in case you're watching this in the future and you don't have the instructions handy, let me just put it out here just so you can look. There you go. So here we have our little buddy Goku, but before we begin, make sure to check out my website, DBZSHFIGS.com. It's a complete archive of every single release in the Dragon Ball S.H. Figuarts line. The website is constantly being updated with all the latest information, so make sure you check that out for videos, pictures, data, anything. You can even leave your own review of the figures there. But yeah, back to the figure, and you just gotta say, I mean, I love this little guy. Look, you could even see this little sensu bean bag. I'm sure it's not sensu beans, but that's what I'm calling it. And then, yeah, I mean, the design is very simple. That's the one con I could give it, but it's very original, right? This is like from way back in Dragon Ball OG, especially from the manga. So yeah, this is very cool with his little red wristbands here. And then the little shoes. I love it. You know, this is still very much different from like the anime, I believe. If I'm correct, he was wearing a different outfit when the anime began. So this might be strictly from the manga. But yeah, I just love the way he looks. He looks kind of goofy with this faceplate especially. But yeah, unfortunately, I'm not seeing any shading on this figure, which is something that it's unfortunately pretty common nowadays. But I don't know. I'll ask you, do you think a figure like this needs shading? I don't know, might make him look a little cooler, but I don't really think he needs it that much. Also, I gotta say his power pole, it's kind of skinny compared to different Gokus and their power poles. This one is pretty thin. So now let's take a look at the accessories. So as always, we start with the face here. So this face that he comes straight out of the box with is like a happy-go-lucky Goku, which is pretty funny. I like it when they include happy faces instead of just all like fighting faces. He also comes with this one, which he's kind of looking a little shady. I'm not gonna lie. He's looking off to the right, kind of like he's gonna beat someone up or is planning something wicked. Very unlike Goku. Then there's this one where he's looking a little shifty. You can see has his eyebrow raised off to the side, like he just figured something out. Maybe how to defeat an enemy. And then the last face, which is my favorite, actually requires a separate head. So he does actually come with two different heads. So this one has like a more elongated face dimensions for this face specifically, because he has his mouth open. So of course, when you open your mouth, your face stretches up, which is pretty cool because this kind of looks like he's scared. I don't know, the hair is giving me he's scared or startled, which I think goes well with this face, which is really funny. That's it for faces. Now, in terms of hands, he comes straight out of the box with these, you know, one hand is like closed fist, but with a hole, which is for his power pole, of course. And then the other hand is just like an open palm saying hi. And he does come with the matching hands for the other side. So in case you want to have two waving hands or two power pole holding hands, you can do that. He also comes with these peace sign hands, which are very funny. You could have them post up just like this, and you know everyone's gonna know that's goofy little Goku. He also comes with these other kind of open palm hands, but you could see like the end of his fingers are a little curled, so they're maybe kind of like reaching out hands, like he's gonna grab something or anything else you could imagine. And then of course he comes with the closed fist without the holes. So these ones are not for the power pole, they're just closed fists, ready to punch someone. Then he also comes with what I like to call the martial arts hand. So it's basically him posing up, ready to start the fight. And then lastly, he has these key blessed hands, which are pretty cool. If you have any effect pieces that could go with him, not that he was basically using Ki Blast back in the day, but you could make up your own scenes. That's it for hands. And of course he does come with his tail, which, you know, I was a little dumb earlier on and said that it might have to do something with the dragon, and then I forgot about his tail. So here it is. That's what the peg hole is there. So you basically just pop the tail in there. There you go. You have your monkey boy. Pretty cool. And it's in a ball peg, so you can move it every which way you want. He also comes with an additional, what do you even call this, ribbon for his belt. So as you can tell, this one is a little unmade, like he's in the middle of an action shot, which is pretty cool. And I believe you just pop this off. You can see it has a little ball peg there, and you pop the new one in there. There you go. And then you just add a little spice to your posing. Then apart from his power pole, he also comes with the power pole in sheath, which this part actually does not come out. In a lot of other ones, it does come out, but this one does not. So basically what you want to do is you want to take off the head and then just wrap this around the arm. Basically like this, and then you pop the head back in. Boom, son. There you go. Now he has his power pole attached. So lastly, for Goku, he does come with 2 additional weapons, 1 for each arm. So you take off this little piece in the end, which is like so tiny, so make sure you don't lose it. You put the thing through the hand hole, and then you put the red piece back in there. Oh man, this is this is a tiny piece. Make sure you don't lose that. I'm actually not even gonna put it in right now, but basically this is how you use the weapon. You know, pretty cool. Honestly, very innovative. I've never seen that happen before, where you have a little piece like this that comes off. As for the dragon, we have a bunch of different pieces here. So basically you start at the stand, you take off each of these 3 hexagons. The hexagons, you take them off, that way you can pop in these clouds. So we're gonna pop the small one in here. Okay, then we pop the middle one, which is this one. We're gonna pop it in here, and then we're gonna take the big one, or the biggest one, I guess you call it. We're gonna pop that over here. Then we're gonna take our dragon guy here and he has 2 beards that have to be attached, and they attached right here in the mouth area. So you pop one in like that, and then we're gonna take our dragon here, and you're not gonna believe this. I didn't know this, but it's actually magnetic. So you can see it like comes together. That is so freaking cool. I did not know that. Wow. Okay, interesting. So you lay the dragon there and he connects to all of them magnetically, which is pretty cool. I didn't know it did that. So you do this, you see, kind of disconnects a little there, but the other ones are holding very steady because it's a magnet. And then you have a plastic looking dorsal fin is what they're calling it. Oops. But it looks like this, and basically you could take out a piece of the dragon here where Goku's gonna sit there. That way this holds on better to Goku, especially with his tail. So if you just want the dragon just by itself, probably keep the regular dragon dorsal fin on there. But if you want to display it with your Goku, which I'm guessing most people will, make sure to change it out to this one. So you basically take this off. And you insert this one as such. There you go. Now he's ready to hold on to Goku. And this is more or less what it's supposed to look like. Of course, you could change the different hands, different faces, whatever you want, but that's basically what it's supposed to look like. Now, if you want to copy the cover of the manga 1-to-1, of course, you can do so, which it's going to be like this, which you're going to have to change the hand to that one and then just do a little more shifting around. But the good thing about figures is that you can do it whatever you want with them, right? So that's pretty cool. And that's basically all the accessories that come with this. So yes, it was very long-winded, but this does come with a lot of things for both Goku as well as the stand, as well as the dragon. So overall, honestly, I feel like as a collector's piece, this is gonna be top-notch, probably the best collector's piece in my opinion. Especially since it's a Japanese exclusive, I definitely don't see a lot of people having this, especially here in the States, of course. The news about this release came out around the time that it was revealed that we were getting the lowest born Saiyan Goku, an exclusive here in North America. And it was announced later that they were getting this exclusive in Japan, which, I don't know, to me, I think this one's cooler. So I would have much rather have this one, but in my opinion, both are great figures. And yeah, I mean, it's questionable. Should they keep doing region exclusives? I don't necessarily think it's a great idea. I want everyone to be able to get these figures in their collections and don't have to pay an arm and a leg. But I mean, they're gonna do what they're gonna do, and I'm gonna keep trying to get every single figure for you guys up here on the website to have a review and an unboxing. As far as this figure, honestly, I'm not even gonna give it a review, because I think this is more of just like, you know, a collector's piece, something that you're gonna have on your shelf, basically just like this, which I think is pretty cool. If you just want a little rundown, the articulation could be better. I think it's definitely not 3.0, I'll tell you that much, but you get all the basic movements that you would want out of an S.H.Figuarts. The accuracy, I mean, it's top notch. You literally can't mess it up, right? You literally have the the inspiration right there. You have the inspiration on the box, and it looks just like it. So 5 out of 5 on that one. For price to plastic, I mean, for me personally, I think this is a great deal, especially if you were able to get it for that 11,000 yen in Japan. I think that's an amazing deal. I mean, literally Goma was like 75 bucks. So I would much rather take this than Goma. So honestly, I got to give it like a 4 or 5. And then for scale, I mean, he's Goku. He's literally a little kid. If you want, I guess this is the one I could dive in a little more. Here is this Goku. And then I have from Daima. So he's basically about the same height as Daima Goku. And then here I have Innocent Challenger, who is like way bigger. This Goku reaches like the top of his chest. And then I have Saiyan Raised on Earth Goku. So he reaches about his thigh, basically. So pretty cool. This is like a really small Goku, and of course is the chubby version of Goku, which makes him really, really cool. So for scale, I got to give it a 5 as well. And then shelf presence, I mean, like I said, you're probably gonna have him with his dragon, and it's gonna be one of the best collector's piece in the entire series. So it's got to be a 5 from me. So I think overall, articulation is like the only thing he lacks, which even at that, it's still pretty good articulation. So I'd give it a 4.8 out of 5, making it a top-notch figure. You know, one that if you can, at a reasonable price, please add to your collection. You won't regret it. Comes with the stand, comes with the dragon, comes with the amazing figure, a ton of accessories. I mean, I can't really say much else. Top-notch figure. But anyways, once again, make sure to check out my website, DBZSHFIGS.com. Head over to the website for this figure right here. You could go in there and put your own rating for each of the 5 categories. While you're there, make sure to check out the Amazon deals tab, where it currently has all the best deals on Amazon for Dragon Ball S.H.Figuarts. There might even be something you want in there. But other than that, just want to say, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I hope you have a nice rest of your day.